numbers entered in here for a budget, and I'll just show you how you can use Google Sheets formatting to quickly create a budget. Now, just when you're in a spreadsheet, don't put extra empty cells. You can use borders or otherwise adjust the indentation of the information to create the separation. So I'm just going to double click on the tab, and I'm going to give it a name so I know exactly what's in this tab. So I've got the name, budget, the date, and we start things off with the gross income. And the reason that not all of this is in the same total is the interior left column is going to be a subtotal. So and I'm going to use formulas. So first thing what I'll do is I'll add up all of the deductions using the sum function, equal sum, and then I select the range of cells, and that will add that all up. And then so our disposable income will be our gross income minus our deductions. And the benefit of doing it this way is if things change and there's a costs change, it's going to automatically update it for me. I won't have to pull out the calculator each time. So one thing that you can do is just to indicate that there's going to be a bit of a sum here. This is not a financial statement. This is just a personal planning device. You just to indicate there's a sum, put a solid line, and that indicates that it's summing up whatever is in the total above it. So likewise, we got the necessities. So we want to use the sum function to add those up. And equal sum, there you go. And so we'll calculate our discretionary income, which is disposable income minus the necessities. And then we'll just take whatever our leftover is, which is our discretionary income minus any of the variable expenses for that month. And so then we can see, okay, our savings is $250, which is about a fifth, about 20%. So that's a good amount to save. So I'll add in that single line, and I'll add in a single line to indicate that it's a. And one thing about financial statements is just so it doesn't, continue on the next page, you just do a double line. So I'm going to put a double line here, and that indicates, that that's the end of the statement. So one thing you might have noticed is it's a little hard to see right now because everything's all in the same line. So these are kind of subtotals. So this is easy to do in Excel and not obvious in Google Sheets, but it does make a good difference. So I'm going to go to Format, Number, and I got to go to More Formats, and Custom Format. So I have text here. So text is represented when I kind of, $sign means number, means month. Well, text is the @ sign. So I want 3 spaces and then start with the text, and then I click apply. You can see it's added in the 3 spaces. So I also have the same thing down here, subtotals. Format, and this is where you go if you want to specify the date, currency format, things like that. Again, you can see your previous formats are used there, so I don't have to re-enter it each time. 3 spaces and then start with the text. Format, number, more formats, and again 3 spaces and start. Now that's a little bit more neat. Another thing that'll make this neat is if I put this into accounting or currency format, and that'll make sure that if there's dollars and cents, it'll all be in the same row. So I can go to accounting means that it'll put the negative numbers in brackets if there's a net loss, for example, at the end of the month. So here I got this in accounting, and the one thing I'm just going to do is the first item I'm going to specify a $sign. I don't have to put a currency in every row, but I just put it in the first one, and then people know that there is going to be that we're in a currency. And here we are. So it's all set up. Now, one thing you might want to do is you can use the merge. If you want to make it a little bit like a financial statement, you can merge the top here and center it, and then it'll look, nice and centered, closer to a financial statement. But again, this is not a financial statement. This is just, someone's personal planning. And let's say you wanted to, break down your necessities and just see how much you're spending on each item. So I'm going to select all of my expenses, hold down on the control, and that way I can select two different blocks. I'm going to go to insert a chart. And I don't want a column chart. I want a pie chart. And here we go. So under customize, under chart and axis title, let's give it a clear title. And you can do a subtitle. And there you can have a clear, little breakdown. Some people like having these little charts to sort of be a visual explanation of what is going on. And you could easily, use this template and adjust it to any person's expenses. If you realized, hey, wait a minute, I forgot about my insurance expense. Insert one row, insurance, put in my insurance, and you can see all the charts, all the totals. They're all in there. And so I really recommend that you use formulas in Excel or Google Sheets rather than add it up yourself, because it saves a lot of time when you get going.